All right, so it's Friday evening, Friday the 13th. It's 9:28 p.m. We
Freaky,
got Red
AK,
Ambition over here.
AKA Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, that's right. Freaky Friday, Jason. So we do have this kind of session where we're trying to recap what happened in today's session. Because again, as traders, we want to become better with our edge, right? We want to become better with in tune with our strategy. We want to also understand what we could have done better in the markets, especially me. I'm always critiquing myself. I'm always hard on myself because one of the things I always see is that I can read price, but for whatever reasons, I'm not able to adapt to confirmation candles that I don't see happening in real time to take that trade with 100% confidence. Even if I know the direction, I don't like to be in drawdown because it's like what I told you guys all the time. It's one thing to enter a trade on a zone, and it's one thing to enter a trade with a confirmation candle where it just runs and you're not in that trade for like 30 minutes waiting for it to actually move. Once you get to the level of doing that, you become a so much better trader, and it's just basically being patient. It's like you, Red, you were basically in that trade that was long earlier today, and then you were trying to like see a pump and it took forever, but at one point it looked like it was gonna go and then it came back. You remember that? I don't like to be in those kind of trades because they kill my edge. They kill my momentum on being a profitable trader, because then I start doubting myself of being inside of liquidity. So I'd rather see moves that are like fast momentum, in and out, 30, 50 points, and I'm happy with that. But before I get going on our recap of the day, I know I wanted to hear what Ambition had to say about what he's been struggling with today specifically. Ambition, introduce yourself and talk to us about you, man. What happened today?
Yeah, my name, they call me Ambition. Been training for a few, since like COVID maybe. I've been taking it more serious now that I lost my job. Today, I got a little desperate, I guess I can say. Um, I've been following this strategy, man. I'm trying to trade, like 10, 11, that little window, then maybe like 3 to 4, I guess. Um, yeah, the markets tend to be extra volatile, extra give me your money, you little punk retail. But yeah, I just kind of, like you said earlier, like it's different when you get in the trade in a confirmation candle, and the other one is just like you get in a trade and it's just like bouncing around up and down. You're in a range and you didn't notice that range, and maybe then you exit and it just pumps right after that. But yeah, I just got desperate. I blew my funded account, and that got me more upset. And maybe revenge trading came along after that. But yeah,
And how long you been trading for?
uh, I want to say since like I started learning about trading around COVID, like 2021. Um, but I trade mostly crypto. Um, yeah, I've tried other one, maybe like a year consecutively.
Consecutively a year from now to now, right?
Yeah, you can, give or take about a year,
And,
maybe a little more than that, not less than that for sure.
and ideally, right now you're only trading prop firms. You're not trading your own live capital, right?
No, I trade my life capital and I also trade prop firms. Yeah.
Okay. But where you took that loss today was prop firm.
When I got expelled from my funded account was about 3 days ago. Today was my live account, my money, my capital.
How much did you lose?
I want to say maybe like 200 because my between today and yesterday, about $200.
Nah, but just today alone today.
Today alone, let's round it to 100.
$100 more or less, give or take. I mean, that's not a bad amount to lose in a day, to be honest with you. Even if you tilted, that's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
That's not bad at all, bro. Like if you're hurting over $100, I think you're
No,
looking at it
I'm
wrong.
actually let me look at the stats, bro, because I know it's way more than that.
Yeah.
One second.
Because if you were losing like $3,000-$4,000 on a live account, then I'll be like, okay,
No,
yeah, you got hit hard. But if you're losing
no,
$100
no.
and it hurt you, I'm like, yo, you're not trading with like what you should be trading with.
Well, even if he lost like 100 to 200, that's still good discipline in
That's
my
good.
book.
This in my book, $200 max in a day of your live capital is good. If you have like a if you have a $10 to $5,000 account, $200 is nothing. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not even a percent.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting better with risk management and stuff like that.
Look,
So that's why I probably lost.
my recommendation to you going into next week, you need to go slow, bro. I would recommend you build up your confidence. It has not been easy for anybody. I'm telling you that straight up. This whole week,
Mm.
all you see on Instagram is even gurus talk about how they're struggling to trade, how it hasn't been easy, how they're blowing accounts left and right. Some of them have said that they're like on a losing streak for a whole month. So
Oh no, that's crazy.
don't feel bad about
I'm doing better than the gurus then.
Can I
on.
can I can I can I add something? Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something right quick?
Go ahead.
I believe, and this is my belief. I believe we all gonna be great traders once Trump get the fuck up out of office. Because if you could hang through the shit that we going through now and make it until things balance back out, when this because this guy make tweets, and he's one of the only. I mean, it probably happened in the past before. I just wasn't paying attention, but I never had. I never seen somebody that manipulates the market like this guy, this president here.
Yeah.
So one tweet can blow you out the fucking water. So once we make it past him, shit, I think we're gonna be experts.
Guys, if we're trading uncertain times where there's war, where there's catalyst of economical news, where the Fed is obviously having all these press conferences, and then at the same time President Trump or even war news is just hammering us down, and we're still able to read price, and even if we're losing, we're seeing it, but we don't take opportunities. Trust me, when the markets are moving clear and they're nice and normal, it's very easy to see those conditions move from A to B and C and D. But in these kind of uncertain situations, there's just more of like large 200-point moves in matters of an hour, 2 hours max. And this is not normal conditions that you normally have. So the fact that you keep pursuing it during a condition that is not normal, I will say that red is correct. If you can trade during these kind of situations, you could trade anything, bro. You could trade anything. So use it as a lesson. Use it as something that's motivating you to move forward. Wait for confirmation candles, and it's like what I tell Red all the time. I see the setup, but I don't have my confirmation candle, and because I don't have my confirmation candle, a lot of the times I sit on my hands throughout this whole session, and I won't do nothing. And then after I get out of the session and the like PM session, I'll see a setup, and I'll take the session, like I'll take the risk, and I'll make $500, $600, and I'll be happy with that, bro. Because I know that if in a condition that is uncertain, I see 300, 400, $500, I'm not gonna be greedy and be like, I need to wait till we get 1,000 to feel like I'm profitable, bro. $600, I could do 600 with $600. I could do a lot. I don't need more than $600 to live a great life. I don't need more than
Yeah,
600 bucks.
man, did you do the math already and add up what $600 is in a year? Shit,
It's a little bit over 100K, that's for sure.
it was double, triple that.
Yeah, like
600 a day.
600 a day, 600 a day, bro. That's like easily 120, 140 maybe.
Let me see. Let me do the math on that shit right quick while you're talking. 'Cause it's 20 days in a year.
Look, today I took a hit. I took a hit. Ambition. I took a hit of 1,400. I took a hit of 1,400, and I bought the bottom of where we were, but the market came back down. It did its own thing to take out everybody, and then went up. So what I did is I basically doubled down on my risk, and I made my money back. So I basically broke even, but with a net
Yeah.
positive because I closed with $200 in profit. So when I saw that I was in profit, I was like, man, I'm good with this. Boom, close that shit. And I was like, hey, 200 bucks is 200 bucks. I'm done. You can even see my reaction on the video that I posted. Andrea was there with me. She took the trade with me, by the way. She took the trade with me. So I'm sure she closed green
Good.
as well.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad she took it with you. It's just I've been trying to get her to scrap the one thing she loves, man, but she's not going to get rid of it. And that's that what she feels about how she feels about that Delta. You know, I'm like, man, don't even talk to me about that. Throw that in the trash can. But it's like to me, it's like being married to an abusive husband or something. She absolutely loves it. But like
she's
I
married
told her,
to
the
it.
paperwork that she was going off that was given to us, it used to be me, her, and two, and sometimes three other people trading together. That shit came out a long time ago. You know, the market is way too volatile and only you can't just say like you remember she kept saying the it's still the call is going up. Yeah, you could be right, but that's that. I think I see the answer to my question that I was going to ask you, Ringo, because I was going to pull up my chart.
Hmm.
Me and her went in at the same time, right? We both saw the long, but you always saw the down. But I got my charts because when I looked at my charts this morning, I came in a little late. I did everything off the 5 minute and it was showing bull. But when I go to the bigger time frame, it's saying bear all the way. And I'm like, how the fuck is he got a bear bias and this thing is keep pumping? So is that it? You saw it on the bear's bias on a higher time frame?
No, I could just see the conditions where, okay, so for me to have seen bullish momentum there, we had to see a 60-point move to the upside where you were. And that 60-point move would have had to come, it wouldn't had stalled the way it stalled. It went up. It wasn't a lot. I don't think it was a lot. And basically it stayed in that zone, like just thinking. Because the way I see the markets, guys, is I feel it. I can see it breathe, because I'm looking at two things. I'm looking at Nvidia and Tesla, and I'm also seeing how we reacted in the lower time frame of like second charts. So the second charts allows me to see how those certain moves flip the script to become long or short while I'm reading that Nvidia and Tesla. So this is why a lot of times that you guys see me say, "Oh, guys, Max 7 are like a little bit mixed." I'll see Nvidia and Tesla doing the opposite, but all the other ones are looking green, but it's stalling the market. Like I'm already understanding that the market in some way, shape, or form, it's creating some kind of accumulation when I see those kind of things.
Uh-huh.
But when I see everything that is giving me confirmations as a break and retest or some sort of manipulation to the upside to then continue down, I'll call it like a drop based drop. And if you hear me say drop based drop, just understand that in some way, shape, or form, I'm seeing that these stocks are basically accumulating to continue down. And sometimes that accumulation is a representation that it looks like it's going to go up and it doesn't go up. It's basically just trapping buyers to continue moving down. Because
Can
what
you
they
give me an
do,
example on a 5 minute, or you want to on a
you
1 minute? Which one is
you
best for
want
you?
to, we could do 5 minutes because I'm looking at the Nvidia on 5 minute. So
Okay.
basically first thing first, before anything, let me start off by giving
Question
you
real quick
guys
before you.
how I break down the
I'm
day,
sorry.
right?
Before you continue, does is Tesla the one that moves Nasdaq?
No, it's
Is it like one of the big movers?
so the ones that move Nasdaq is Nvidia, Tesla. You have Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, and there's another one. I forgot what the other one was. There's seven in
So
total.
mostly tech.
Those are it's
Okay.
all 100 tech companies, but these seven are the magnificent seven that really have the highest value to how you can
Did you
predict where Nasdaq is gonna go up or down.
did you say Nvidia?
Nvidia and Tesla
Yeah.
are the main ones. Then you have Apple, and then you have Amazon, Google, and what was the other one? My bad, I don't even know them by heart, but I focus more than anything on Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia. and Nvidia is usually the one that leads the way, but then there's other days that Tesla leads the way. So it's like there's a correlation to all of them, and sometimes we have to pay attention if there was earnings or if there's earnings the next week. You know, there's things like that that you gotta pay attention to, which I don't. I just know how to interpret the behavior of the candle. You know, so this is why you see me all the time. I'm reading it in real time, and if you go back, I'm literally telling you guys what's gonna happen before it happens, and then you see it happen. It's just because I'm interpreting what I'm seeing to my best of my abilities. Not that I'm 100% right. It's just basically just me being able to decipher those specific doji candles that I see. But before we get to that, because I could do a rundown about how those how those candles move and then show you the representation of what it looks like on NQ. But first, let me like digest how I do my breakdown on my strategy to like at least have a layout of where it's gonna go with the orb, because I basically only trade orb with point of control if you really think about it, and then I add included TDO, PMO, etc. So let's break it down real quick, just real quick. I'm gonna go to the replay bar tool. So this is today, Friday. So today in the morning, just to let you guys know, in the morning, I put my point of control for the first 5 minutes of the market. I don't know why I did that, but I had this feeling of wanting to forward test something to see how it worked in like the day. So look, watch this. All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. Now we have our first 5 minutes. You can see that right here. I'm gonna get the fixed, what is it called? The fixed range volume profile from 8 a.m. to 5, like the first 5 minutes, because I knew it was a volatile day. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put point of control. Point of control, right? And I'm gonna put here 8 a.m. 5 minute. You see that? I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit so it could be a little bit faster right here. Remember, you don't have to do nothing at all in the first 1 hour. You don't have to do nothing. 8 a.m. is basically just setting us up for 9 a.m., 9:30, all right? You see that impulsive move to the upside? That was news. That reaction that happened, we had a very impulsive move. A lot of times when we have those impulsive moves, you need to stop yourself and be like, I'm not chasing that move to the upside. Because a lot of times that move to the upside comes back stronger than it actually goes up. It just slows, it's just like a slow grind down. And by the way, I did predict that that was going to happen. It was the orb bottom from yesterday, guys. It was literally the orb bottom from yesterday. So here we're going to keep going. First 9:30, we're almost there. All right, so you see how we held the bounce of that POC 8 a.m. 5 minute? Very interesting. Yeah. That was very interesting because I was testing something I've never done before. So when I saw that bounce, if you look at it from here, that was basically 17 points. Imagine your 5 minis in on 10 points, 20 points. That's straight cash. And at the same time, if you put the fib from that impulsive move to the upside, you're basically seeing, give me 1 second, my bad, wrong way. You're seeing that reversal at the 786 zone. I don't know if you guys can see that, but from the bottom to the top, I'm seeing a reversal that's way below the 50%, right? And it goes right into a buy zone. That's a major pullback zone, okay? So ideally, when you see some kind of support at the major pullback, that's a good sign for you to buy at the bottom, okay? So if you ever see an impulsive move to the upside and it has a point of control, journal that. Journal that so you can remember it. Let's see, I'm gonna keep playing it now at a regular speed so we can see it. Notice how they swept the bottom of everybody that entered here and put their stop loss. And now we're holding that point of control of 8 a.m. the first 5 minutes. You see that bounce up and down?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens now that we have that. I'm gonna move my point of control, which is exactly what I did this morning. So if I got the point of control for the first 5 minutes, I will grab the point of control for the first hour. All right, so now you can see the change was not that big. It was not that big. When I saw that, I was like, wow, interesting. Very interesting. So point of control is basically a change of like maybe 7 points, more or less. I don't know. So I didn't really do much there, but let's play it. You see how we had that nice strong push to the upside? It kept bouncing around this point of control. Boom. You see that confirmation candle right there? That confirmation candle was your kind of directive move on which direction you to take. Why? Because you had equal highs. You see those equal highs right here? Not only that, you had a neutral candle. You see this neutral candle right there? That neutral candle basically with the move to the downside was your directive move. So we had not only one chance to enter, 2 times and 3 times. That was 3 confirmations to show you the direction the market was not allowing us to go to the upside. And at one point, I remember I told you guys that my mentor told me that we could probably go to the 800s, 850 or some shit like that. I don't remember what it was. But look, let's play it. Open bell happens and boom. Look at the rejection from POC. Takes out liquidity. You see that?
Yeah.
So if we have equal highs, we see multiple rejections with a sweep at the top. Think about it. Everybody has their stop loss up here. You already see the direction. Now, one thing that's important, we already are at 9:37. Let's say it was a volatile environment, right? Where's the 5-minute top orb and 5-minute bottom orb? So basically we're saying this is the top and this is the bottom. At this point, I was telling you guys, it's a little tricky. We're kind of like bouncing up and down. We're still in the middle of the range. I don't know if you guys remember that. But I was telling you guys, this still hasn't given us the clear direction. Because I was telling you, maybe we gotta wait till the 15-minute, which the 15-minute did happen, and then it made it an even wider stop loss. Like it made it a wider range. I'm sorry. So let's see what happens. Boom! Look at that explosive move to the upside. That right there was the real orb. If I'm not mistaken, that was the real orb. That was the real orb of the bottom from yesterday. The 800 something. I don't remember what it was. But look at the strong rejection. That's a strong reversal. We had an impulsive move to the upside, right? We had a 4-bar reversal, and we had the neckline retest. And at one point, at this, like when I saw this picture, I was like, guys, it's the same pattern as yesterday. It looked very familiar to what we saw yesterday's open bell.
Right.
Super familiar. I saw it. I'm like, I wish I would have taken it, but whatever. It is what it is. That would have been a nice ass play, yo. So let me erase this. Let me erase this fib. So we have point of control still holding up at the bottom. So let's play it out. Boom. More confirmation candles. More confirmation candles of what? Direction, right, guys? Look at all the stop losses getting stopped. We came back, tested at least 50% into this area. So if this is support and this is resistance, these people are protecting the zone. We had not only the 3-bar candles, you know how there's those 3 candles up and then it reverses hard? That's another confirmation right there. You guys need to journal that right there. So when you guys see that, you could bring it up to my attention so I'm not thinking too hard about it. Because that's the same thing that happened yesterday, guys. I swear to God, it's the same thing that happened yesterday. Those 3 bars to the upside are usually a confirmation that now we're going to continue reversing. Because that was your retracement and continuation.
What price was you, what was your retracement or price you was looking for to make your move to the downside?
Me, honestly, what I really wanted, you see this right here, how we have this like double top and we came back up. When I saw this as orders here and orders here, I really wanted it go up explosively because my mentor told me that there was like a gap up here, and I wanted it for them to take all of that and then show us that dump. Once I saw the wick taking all of this up here, I would have taken my short, and that did not happen.
Yeah.
That did not happen, and that's where I told you guys, I'm like, damn, I wish I wasn't so stuck on what I wanted it to see for it to give me confidence to take it.
Do you see that M though?
The M right here,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a double top neckline retest continuation to the bottom.
Right. Right.
Your confirmation candle is right here. Oops. Your confirmation candle is right there with the direction. And then this was confirmation to continue selling. And then we had another opportunity to enter here when we had the orb get retested. Because
Is
remember,
that a drop based drop right there?
so the drop base drop, the drop base drop is basically on a higher time frame. Let's look. That's a drop base drop. That's another drop base drop. And then it recovers, right? It recovers to take everybody's stop loss that entered here. Because look how high they go. They go right here. And then they go down. So in essence, what I really wanted, since my mentor told me that there was a gap up here, I was like, damn, what if they really come back up, take everybody out with their stop loss, and then they go down? You could even see the video.
Right.
I even drew it. I'm like, I see what they're doing. My dumb ass. I was trying to predict instead of react. That was my bad. So with that being said, this was a great, and by the way, right now obviously you see orb top and orb bottom here, but the real orb top in the 15-minute is up here. Where's it at? No, my bad. It's right here. Look at this neutral candle. This meant mega def. If we tap that with a rejection like the way that we had here, where the body was right underneath this body, that was your cue to also take that short. That was also your cue to take the short. Because we respected that as a supply zone. So if that's the orb bottom and that's the orb top, we were already at the bottom of the orb bottom. So let's play it out. Boom. Look at that confirmation of it just running. It didn't even tap. It didn't even tap correctly. Like completely, it didn't even come into the zone. That was my second entry where I was like, guys, don't chase it. Let's wait for the reconfirmation of the break and retest. And it never happened. It never was so precise to touch it. It just kept dumping. And then somewhere here you were buying. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somewhere here you were buying. At what time? 10:40, 10:30 something? Look at your timestamps when you were buying. Red.
After I took a loan. I think we went in. I want to say 660 or 664, wherever that's at, is where we took the loan.
664.
He went up. Yeah, he went up and started paying us.
Okay, but at what time was it? At what time?
Hold on, I gotta look at this whole other computer.
Look, when was your entry and when was your exit? Because you were in it for a little bit. You were in there for a little bit. I think it was somewhere here.
Yeah. Hold on.
It had to be like 10:20 or 10:40, something like that.
Yeah, look at that other. Today is the Freaky Friday the 13th. Okay, first trade was 637.
Wait, you are in Cali, right?
Uh-huh.
So 637 for me is what? 937?
Uh, where you at? Yeah,
I'm in Miami.
937. 937.
You try to buy there? Nah, there's no way. You try to buy after the drop.
I'm trying to see what okay.
I know somewhere here because it looked like it was gonna go up.
The first trade, I know one thing, the first trade was a loser, my first trade.
No, but the
Uh
one that you try to take with Andrea, that you both.
Andrea, we came in at six. Oh, here you go. That was that wait, come look at this and tell me what does it say? Is it because we bought around 660 something. What does it say buy also? Oh, okay. No, I shorted the first trade. 637 was a short. And then 643 was the long. That's the one. That's the one.
So it had to be somewhere
Like,
here.
I'm saying it wrong. We go 636, which is 936, was a short.
So 9:36 for Miami time. What would that be?
6:30 a.m. our time.
630 our time.
So you're like three. How many hours are your difference from me?
3.
3. We're 6:30. They're 9:30.
Yeah. Because we went off of the first, we went off the 5-minute ORB.
We got in at entered at 21. It was a short.
Right. That was the loss.
Yeah.
Right. And then we went long.
And then at 6:42.
643.
The exit.
Okay, that's when we got out of that one.
At 24/7/12.
654. And
so we actually
747 is what we seen the short at.
7:47.
Yeah, that's the time. The price. Let me see. What was the price?
The short.
The entry time
right
for the short. 740. When did he come out of the?
7:44.
Because when he came out, yeah, that's right.
Got in a
740. On 740 ish, which will be 1040 or something. They came out the bottom of the ORB. That's what invalidated my loan, and I took the short. Because he did he dropped, he went down.
Mm-hmm.
He went down to 24, like 546, 47 area, and then came back up. He did the retest back up close to the bottom of the ORB, and that was my confirmation right there.
What I'm trying to understand is where were you trying to buy with Andrea? I think it was like at 10 something. 10 something on my
Yeah. It would be 10 something your time.
So somewhere around here. It was somewhere around here.
And yeah, it's up here. This is the only place.
We shorted at that time.
But
No, babe.
you said you were
No.
long. You were
Our
long
first
10 micro. You were long 10 micros.
correct. This was around, yeah, 640, 640. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
725. So it'd be 1025, 1030 your time.
Okay, right here, right
Somewhere.
here. I knew I was not crazy, bro. I knew I was not crazy. All right,
No.
so here's what happened right here. Look at it very close. So what happened right here was, yeah, you did have a strong reversal. You see this right here? We did come
Yeah.
into a price where market gave us that strong bullish move to the upside, and it reversed really, really hard after trying to short. You can see how they came back at the top of the orb and then created the resistance, coming right back down to initial price where market basically pumped from, and market did go up. It did go up a total of 80 points. That's a lot. I mean, 80 points is a lot, bro. At one point I was like iffy about you guys being on that trade because I was like, I don't see that shit going up.
No,
Um,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something, right?
mhm, mhm,
Like I say, I don't like the Delta. I hate it.
mhm.
But on some days, like when she say that the Delta, just pay attention to this. When she say it's like what she call 1 2 days, or if she
Yeah,
says a one
when
day.
she says something like that, I'm like, girl, I don't know, like I don't
No,
care what
when she say no, but listen, because it's five different
there's waves to
range.
it. Yeah.
You got a 1 2 3 4. No, it's four. So it's a 1 2 day, a 3 4 day, a 5 6 7, which means the market gonna go up, or down, up, down. Three moves, or 8 9 10. Now the 5 6 7, and the 8 9 10. Those are the days that I fucking hate. But when
Mm,
she say it's like a 1 2 or a 3 4 and it's going, that's the way I have seen it. Even though I hate that motherfucker with all my heart, I've seen that motherfucker hit. And I don't know if it's luck, coincidence, or the shit do work sometime. But that mother,
no,
I've seen that
she know how to
motherfucker.
read her shit. She know how to read her delta shit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what the
When it,
fuck? I personally don't trust it. I don't know about it. Maybe it's because I haven't
no,
been
I don't.
exposed to it. I'd rather react to price in front of me than be like, oh, it's a wave, so the wave says it's gonna go up, and then it's gonna go back down. I'm like, what? Like, I don't care about that,
Yeah,
man.
no.
But
I rather.
she's good at like, she's really
She
good at
like she
understanding her
like
shit.
no, she likes both. But I trust, and I kind of like the Elliott wave system better than I like the Delta, because when I did my research on the Delta,
Hmm.
you got Delta, you got Gamma, Theta, you got all of that, all the
I
Greeks.
don't know nothing like that. Like when you guys talk
But
about that, I feel like I'm clueless of what you guys are saying.
yeah, but it's like it's kind of like for me, I know it's older information. So it's just like when ICT come up with the fair value gap. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. The
Hmm.
breaker bars, blocker bars. That's more, to me. That's newer information, and it's kind of similar to the older information, which was the delta
Mm.
back when the guy came up with it or invented it. And then here come, to me, ICT improving on that older system.
Mm.
But I have seen, like I said, when she said, the only thing that would have made me comfortable where I fucked up, I should have asked her, was it a 1 2, a 3 4, or whatever, whatever. But from the gate, your bias was always short. I was like, how the fuck
Yeah.
this bias was short when we kept pumping like that? And she said, be comfortable, because finally, just like sometimes we can both be right. Like she saw it going up, we saw it coming down. It
Right.
did go up 80 points.
Right. That was a lot.
But the best move and the most profitable move, and we looking after the fact, of course, it was the downside move.
But if you also
And that's
notice,
that.
but if you also notice, it was all because of the headliners, like the catalysts that were coming out the moment that we were like trading
Right.
live. A lot of that fundamentally is bearish. It wasn't because I knew it was a down day. I'm just understanding that basically every fundamental news that was coming out, it was only
Was
bearish.
bearish.
So like
Yeah.
I learned fundamentals from somebody that I literally paid $70 a month, and it helped me at least have some understanding. I'm not an expert in like fundamentals, but to understand what is going on in real time. Plus, I have my mentor in private telling me a few things. Like my mentor likes to trade with me because he knows that I have an edge that you can't fucking do with an indicator. Like they use me and they pick my brains to like see where I'm at or what I'm looking at, and they trust that I'm looking at what the market is doing because it's so precise what I do that sometimes I scare myself because I'm like, what the hell? How did I know I was gonna do that? And it's just like I'm reading the literal behavior of the candle. So
Yeah.
there's times that my take profits are so precise, or sometimes they're off by like 25 points, but they're so close, and it's just basically support and resistance. But look
But
at
do you see? You know what makes you better than the indicator?
mhm.
You're looking at the market and you reading it in what I would call the present. You're right. You're reading it and you're looking at the here and now. And all of the indicators are all laggers. They're all lagging indicators.
Every
See,
indicator anybody uses is lagging. That's correct.
so that's what makes indicators no good in my book. That's why I trust the zones, but it's like when if I say up and you say down, I know I gotta be careful. But if I
Mm.
believe it's going up and you saying we're going long, shit, I hit him with the fucking kitchen sink.
You're funny, man. Hey, but
A
look,
bud. Yeah.
but looking at it this way, like I know because you were telling me, Rigo, how couldn't you see it? When I was looking at Nvidia and Tesla, there was something in it that didn't give me those confluences that it was gonna go long. It looked like it wanted it to, but there was something holding it back. Maybe institutional traders were basically holding price on purpose, or maybe they were accumulating to go down. But when I look at the 5 minute, didn't I just told you guys earlier that those three bars going up are usually signs of continuation to the downside? And that's exactly what you see.
Yeah.
You basically see right here, like the 4 bar reversal direction, right? You see the continuation up to manipulate longs, and then it goes right back down, and you can see how this engulfed the other candle. And plus, this is a gravestone doji, regardless if it's not red. It is a gravestone doji. And if you look at the 15 minute, look how clean that is. It's a drop, base drop. Doesn't get any better than that.
Right. Right. Because when you mentioned that, I said, "Oh shit!" I moved I locked in some profit on my loan. When it came back and hit my stop loss, and then went past my entry and went out. Okay, I just learned to use that as a tool to know that okay, that loan is invalidated and we are for sure going down. That's why I wasn't hesitant when he came out the bottom of that fucking R.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I told my wife we're gonna wait. We waited for a little pullback, and once he came back and couldn't even go back in the or, it's go time.
It was go time, bro. It was go time. I think I heard her say that she was already short or whatever. I was like, God damn, she has no fear. But look at the beautiful thing, ambition. So you could pay attention to that. That drop base drop, because I know you said what is a drop base drop. It's basically a direction candle, right? It's usually a neutral candle. It doesn't matter if it's red or green. It's basically a candle that has equal wicks on the top and bottom and a very small body. Okay, and then you have one next candle that basically takes off any stop losses. If you notice, these people came up here. If you ever want to know how to get the OTE means optimal trade entry. Always assume that they're gonna always take out the last prior candle and leave a wick. When they leave a wick and they just drop below the body of the neutral candle, that's your beginning of the drop base drop.
Ah, okay, okay.
Ambition,
So
did you get that?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Go ahead, Red.
that that first red candle right after the base, that wick. So that would be them sucking up liquidity
Yeah, so
or stop
basically,
loss or stop loss hunt.
so
You
let's
would
say
call it.
let's say this one closed right there, right? And then it started
Uh,
pushing up. but for whatever reasons, we found a resistance right at the top of the body, and you start seeing
Uh-huh.
a sell, and then it basically goes up, it goes down, up, it goes up, down. It looks like it wants to pump, but it fails to pump. Let's look at the five. Let's look at the two. Let's look at the 1 minute so you can see that. Wasn't that what was happening? Up, down, up, down, up. It looked like it pumped. And what do you see up here? When you saw that rejection, that was your cue to be like, okay, we are shorting because this is a reversal signal. And when I saw it
Yeah.
in real time, I was like, fuck. I really wanted to take it, but I'm like, what if it goes up? You know, I don't know. Those things scare me, man. Once I
No. Yeah, you got to fucking
my
just
my
call it.
my problem I
You
have
just
right now, my problem I have right now is that I want my strategy or confirmation counter to be something so specific that I'm not adapting in real time to say like, okay, it's not happening what I need to do that, but it's doing this, you know. So I'm struggling with being able to adapt to certain different confirmation candles in real time, and because I'm not getting them in
different
real
look.
time, I'm literally staying out of a position that I should be in, and that's my problem. My problem is not being able to read price. My problem is being able to adapt my confirmation candle that I'm looking for. Because it goes back to wanting to predict. I'm predicting the market instead of reacting to what I'm seeing. You see?
Yeah,
So
because I mean, goddamn, you call good money. And is it Caesar salad?
Caesar enters all my trades blindly because he knows that most of the times I'm reading price so precise, so he uses me as confluence to his own strategy. And I know because I've talked to him
So
already.
why I was trying to understand because he was in a profit. I'm like, why is he getting out instead of just trailing, just locking in a little profit and letting him? If he'd have let that motherfucker go, oh my
He would have been
god.
on cash. He would have been on cash. But you know what the problem is? That he was an eval. He wasn't on a funded account. If I'm not mistaken, he was
Oh,
on eval. So either way, $1,200, $1,300 for him was like, you know, he's almost
yeah.
halfway through passing the account. He's not gonna risk losing the eval. So I understand why, you know. But
Okay, got you.
so go ahead and journal this as well, ambition. So if we see a drop-based drop, basically leaving us multiple confluences in the lower time frame, right? We have that little sword that I call it a knight's sword. That's a knight's sword for me, like in my own confluences, but it's basically a long leg doji, or what I also call a hangy man. Okay, why is it a hangy man? Think about it like this: if this was a mountain and somebody was hanging from the top of the cliff, they're just basically hanging, right? What happens next?
What?
They free fall, they let go, and they go down. And what do you see right after the first one, two, three legs? One, two, three. Do you see any strong reversal to the upside like we see with this? What's up, Jimmy? We don't. We
Hey,
see
what's going on?
chilling, my brother. So instead of us seeing that strong leg three to go back up stronger, we see what? Another reversal. A retest, right? Spinning top and Gulf candle right here, right at POC of the 5 minute that I marked. Remember, I marked that. Remember, I told you guys I was
Yeah.
experimenting with the 5 minute of the 8 a.m. and it worked out. It worked out perfect. I don't know how, but it worked out perfect. It gave us the directive move, more basing for continuation. And basically, right here, I was like, oh shit, like we might get the orb bottom retest. Forget about that. Never happened. It never happened. I was hoping that in some way, shape, or form, we would retest the 15-minute orb, but it never happened.
And if you look at that, Ringo, you damn near got a triple equal high resistance or whatever you want to call it right
I,
there. It's
I would tell you guys something. Look at the 5 minute.
Ringo.
Anytime you are uncertain of certain situations in the market, zoom out. Because when you zoom out, you're able to see, damn, these are just candles that keep retesting what I told you earlier. Look, if this was the top of the body, right? And this is the wick, didn't the wick reject the top of the body for continuation down? Interesting, right?
Yeah.
And then it continues. Same thing right here. Look, it didn't go all the way, but it went about 50-60% of that body and came right back down.
I agree with that statement. Zoom out. We're too zoomed in. I see a lot of traders in this Discord. They're always too zoomed in. They're tunneled vision on 1 minute candles. Yes, every candle tells a story,
Mm-hmm.
but the higher time frame will always indicate and confirm your story. It will tell the actual story. And that's what like people don't understand. And this is why I'm taking big payouts now because I'm zooming out more. And I 100% agree with that. Yes.
100%.
Who is that joined us? Nigga? Who's this speaking?
Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
Hey,
Jimbo.
remember we were being market makers that one day?
Hey man, listen. If you're taking big payouts, I'm finna follow you.
Jimmy,
Let me know.
Jimmy's more profitable than I am, Red. Jimmy,
Oh
I think
shit,
he's made like 40,000 by now. Jimmy, how much have
you
you made right now?
bullshit.
Jimmy, how much have you made this year alone?
This year, 60,000.
Jimbo, I
Hey,
gotta give
hey,
you my number, man. Just
Jimmy, did he
text
get
me short.
Jimmy? Did he get your rollie already or what?
Nah.
Oh man,
You
You know,
you
a
got
lot of
tripping?
it.
I
I
got
ain't
my
gonna lie. A
I
lot
got
of
my
it.
rollie already, dog. You tripping?
Oh
you
shit!
you owe him something, man. Send him goddamn to send him to the Caribbean.
One day, me and you are gonna be in Miami together, bro. Trust.
Yo,
It's gonna be
Yeah,
the.
I'm telling you guys,
We're gonna
Jimmy,
do.
the
We're gonna
ball.
do a
Look,
live trading session together
Jimmy used
at
to
the same
gamble.
time.
Jimmy used to gamble all his trades. Now he's actually becoming a smart trader where he knows how to enter at specific zones, and he'll hold on to that risk without being that fearful to let it go to like a break even or at least some kind of loss. So he's mastered the psychology of being able to hold these trades when the market's showing him that they're gonna go in the direction that he chose. So that's the good thing about Jimmy. Jimmy's becoming really in tune with his own edge and he's following the direction just like I am. But the only
uh-huh.
difference is he's taking risk at a greater like this motherfucker will make a lot of money fast and between multiple accounts. I don't copy
Yeah.
He's
trade.
letting,
I don't
he's
copy the
letting
reason why Jimmy's better than I, and I would tell you this humbly and I say this I'm proud of him, is because he's copy trading multiple accounts. I'm not copy trading any account. So I'm doing double the work to get to the level that he's at the moment.
But
Mhm.
why not copyright him? You know?
So the reason why I don't copy trade my accounts is because I don't know if you guys remember, but in December there was the outage with Project X that I lost my accounts. I don't even know how because I didn't even enter any trade. Um, I basically blew 150K accounts, and I don't even fucking know how. And then that
Oh
discouraged
goddamn.
that discouraged me a lot. It really messed me up mentally. And at that point, I was trying to copy trade 150K accounts. But when I lost those accounts, bro, I told myself I would never do that shit again. So
Rigo, can I
I'd
tell you
rather take
something?
small wins. Go ahead, Jimmy.
When you're close to being the best version you are, something so unexpected is gonna happen to you. And if we're speaking in terms of the Lord and God, that's the devil attack right there.
Damn.
And what I was telling my friend, because he was going through a situation and it was more mental, right? Like he was hearing things, he was putting himself down. I was like, my boy, God loves you. Jesus Christ loves you. Why would Jesus Christ put you down? Why in God's earth would Jesus Christ ever put you down? You know? Why would he ever do that? So you have to filter out certain things. You have to filter out the negative thoughts because that's not God's words. That's not God's intentions. Just like that thing with the copy trading. That's not God putting you down. God would never do that for you. He's always rooting for you. He's always there for you. He wants what's best for you. So that's the devil. And the devil did that because he knew that's gonna strike fear into you, Rigo.
Yeah,
He knew
yeah.
that was it was gonna strike so much fear into you that you're gonna stop copy trading and you're gonna postpone your goals. Maybe to the point where one day somehow your edge just goes away and you quit trading. That's not what God wants you to do. He put you on this path for a reason. He put that idea in you. So I want to challenge you. I want you to filter out the devil. I want you to filter out the devil and just trust God and just do it,
He
bro. Just do it.
thank
Trust
thank
it.
you.
know how you trade, bro. You are a riskier trader than I am. I know how you trade. You are a way riskier trader than I am. If you fuck up all accounts in one trade, fuck it. But you
I
can't let
think
the fear stop you
I think
I
he's
from
appreciate those
taking your
words,
saying
risk.
Jimmy.
right.
I think I needed to hear that. You see, like these are the type of things that you guys don't understand. A lot of the times I'm telling you guys something, but there's nobody telling me nothing. So the fact that Jimmy's actually doing what I want to do and I can't because of that fear in my head, bro, I really appreciate that. Like I know you probably don't see it, but my eyes are a little watery hearing those words. So I want to thank you
Yeah,
for saying those.
and just think about it, you just said it. Like, why would God want you to be fearful?
Yeah, you're right. If he
Why
gave
Can
would
I
me
he?
add to that, bro?
if he gave me the blessing to move forward and advance at a way that I know in my heart I've always prayed to God to be able to do what I'm doing today to help others and not only myself, I just gotta maximize it to the potential that I know that he can allow me to do.
Yeah, man.
So I
And the
appreciate you
devil,
saying those words,
and
man. For real.
the devil sees that you are trying. He knows what's in your heart as well, just like God. He sees what you have plans. He sees your plans. His goal is just to postpone that to a point where one day you are gonna crash. You are gonna listen to that voice fully, and then you might give that dream up. So that's why you have to filter out things. Fuck it. Yes, it sucks losing 5 accounts. Fuck, that's a lot of money, right? But you can't be fearful. You never like because that's not God's intentions. That's not his words. That's not his actions. Because he loves you and he wants only what's best for you and his children, your
We did.
brothers and sisters around you. That's all he wants.
Damn,
And
Jimmy, I appreciate you
and
saying
that's
that.
why the devil attacked you so hard. That's why, because he knew one, that was gonna get to you, and two, because you're so close to it, Rigo. You are. I know you are. I see it. I see it every day. I see what you're trying to do. You're going live. You're posting these sessions on YouTube for free, dog.
Yeah.
Like everything is for free. He sees this shit.
Yeah, for real.
Can
You're
I
gonna.
add to that, Bingo?
Go ahead, Red.
I think Jimmy is speaking 100% big fucking facts, bro. Big facts. He's right in what he's saying because I feel the same way in the sense of this is your blessing, and I really believe God is going to bless you because your heart is open. You're not in it just for yourself, and you don't want to be the only winner. You want to see all of us win.
Amen.
But by let's just say you got 5 accounts. If you got 5 rolling already, just at least link 2 or 3 of them. That way, when you get them big pays, you're getting it double or triple. That way, you can afford to blow as many of them motherfuckers as you have to. But it's like, man, because if you're doing single jumping from account to account, then you have to be successful
Double the work.
that time.
Double the work.
That right, double, triple the work. Good shit, Jimbo.
I appreciate you guys, man.
It's not my words, man. I just ask God to speak through me. I ask the Holy Spirit to speak through me. That's all.
I appreciate that,
And
Jimmy, for real.
yes, man, and dude, like we all see it going. We're all so grateful for it, but like there's something holding you back, and I can see that, and it's the fear that you face because of that personal situation. So you gotta filter it, bro. You gotta fight it.
Yeah, bro.
It's just like my trading transformed, right?
Right.
I used to gamble, like you said, right? It was that adrenaline I got. That adrenaline I got every time I hit a big trade. I would just click buy randomly and I hit a big trade, right? Like I had to control that. But that's a good feeling though, right?
Yeah, it is.
But it's not the right feeling. It's not the right feeling. And I noticed that and I was like, hold on. Nah, this is not the Lord. This is not the Father talking to me. This is not his feelings. This is the devil. And I remember every time I would hit one of those trades, I'm like, damn, fuck yeah, I'm the shit. That's not the Lord. That's the devil telling me that shit. So he knows I built a bad habit. So
Right.
I fucking dig myself in a deeper hole. And that's exactly what happened. It wasn't until I was able to fucking identify it. One, awareness is so important. You have to be aware. This is why that's the exact reason of journaling is awareness. And then two, I identified it. Now I gotta face the problem. So every time I felt that, what did I do? I just shut my computer off. Or every time
Yeah.
I blew an account, I would do something that I didn't want to do. So like, I'll give you all an example of one of my trader friends that he gave me an example. Every time he blew an account because he broke a rule or he hit a bad trade or even if he just broke his rules once or wasn't really mechanical and he knew he did something wrong, this man would go DoorDash. Not because it was to fund his accounts, it was because he doesn't want to DoorDash for a living.
Yep.
And he knew that doing something like that and seeing where his life goes first-handed, if he keeps on fucking around, that clicked with him, and he is so fucking profitable. So this fucking day, he is so fucking profitable.
Yeah.
So awareness is what a lot of people lack, but it's the most important skill you're gonna get out of trading. And that's why people say you're gonna learn a lot about yourself because you're gonna become so fucking aware about what your emotions are, what you're feeling, and everything. So yeah, like I said, Rigo, I'm gonna challenge you, man. Filter out the devil's words. I gotta head out here in a little bit, but
You came in for the
yeah, I
right
gotta
things. You came in for the
head
right
out.
things, and I appreciate
Yeah,
it, bro.
I gotta head out about right now because my boy's outside. We're about to go get some food. But yes, please, just filter out the devil's words. I
Thank
want
you,
you to
brother.
break that next trading day. The next time you trade, I want to see that top step, whatever you use, trade C, whatever you use. I want to see that copy traded. So, and you better post a screenshot of that shit and fucking show me. I want all your trades to hit the same amount of money or the same amount of loss. I don't give a shit. I swear to God, I will leave the server and I don't see that shit.
I like
Yeah,
that, Jimmy.
he's right, Ringo. He's right, man. Because as an instructor or a teacher, you have that fear that you don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
You got to let that shit go, bro. Because you are trading, you are going to be wrong sometimes. And the thing about it is the main reason I say that what I'm saying to you is it's up to us to place a stop loss for when we're wrong. But I done seen too many times where you call out 50, 75, 100, even 200 point bangers. So when you're right, it's going to cover all of that shit, bro.
It's true.
All right.
So,
Hey, I
It's true.
gotta head out now, boys. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. Hey, post that in the post that for the chat if you recorded it.
I'm recording it. Don't worry. I'm recording it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people are gonna need to hear this. So I mean, yeah, I just let the Holy Spirit speak through me. I don't claim any of this. Like I just thank the Lord for speaking through me.
Amen.
That's all.
I love
But
you,
y'all,
Jimmy. Have a good night and enjoy your evening, all right, bro?
have a great weekend,
guys
bro.
as well. Y'all take care. All right, boys.
Dale, bro.
All right.
But yeah, Jimmy's one of the people that I used to basically hammer all the time, yo. I mean, like this guy is legit. Like he's now like a baller. He spends money left and right. I'm like, yo, Jimmy, chill. Like this guy is literally always spending money on other people, and I love that for him. I love that because that's what he wants to do. And once upon a time, I remember Jimmy telling me that he was going through a car accident where his car getting crashed and shit. And now look at him, 60K into the year, guys. Like you can't
And
fake that. You
and,
you
and,
don't fake that.
and that's the reason I want to fucking see sis win too, bro. We've been grinding this fucking thing out, and she have a super good heart.
I know
You know what
that
I'm saying?
she's great,
She have a great fucking heart. You know what I mean?
bro. If us young guys are doing it, people your age can do it too, bro. I tell you that for sure. You
You're
guys
fucking
have you
right.
have more you
There's
have
no
more
age
time in the
limit. Just like
markets.
there's no limit to the amount of money. There's no age limit on this shit, bro.
None of it. There's no limit, bro. The only limit is like what Jimmy says. What our fear limits us. And it's true. It's very true.
Right,
Very true.
right. One of the best things you did for me, bro, was scribbling on the chart. Like, what would you like to see happen? And when that fucking shit line up to what you seeing, oh my god, it's go time.
Let's finish playing this out because I want to see how like they kept playing around here. Look, They had this era where they had the rally based rally, and it goes back to what I was telling Ambition earlier. This is a rally based rally, and you can see it on the higher time frame as well, just like you see it on the lower time frame. This is a 15-minute candle right here. So we basically based right here to continue to the upside. Same thing is happening here. We dropped, we pushed above, and basically we see the resistance from an area that was support before. So remember, support turns into resistance.
Right, right, right.
You can see that right here. Obviously, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but you can see how that area where it was a key level to continuation up became a key level for retest and continue to the downside. Really interesting. Really interesting. I didn't pick up on that. Maybe because I was so
What?
zoomed in on the 1 minute, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, okay, that's a 15.
That's the 15-minute. And then look, you can see it right here in the 5 minute. It looks like a reversal. You see the all about the you that I talk about all the time? You can see the
Yeah.
reversal right here, continued, and then I was looking for equal lows right here. At one point, I was looking for equal lows. And market continued. Somewhere around here at the 300s, we started looking for potential buys. Me and Drea.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there it goes.
How did y'all end up? Y'all ended up in the green, red.
I ended up in green $200 for the day. But it,
Shit, I'll take $1 in the green, brother.
between both of my accounts, I basically made $600 for the day.
Cool. Cool.
And then market just chopped around, I think, right here. It was somewhere here that I was able to recoup my money because I had lost like 1,400. I had lost. I entered up here or some. I entered here, and somewhere here it came back to stop me out. And when I saw it come back to eat all the stop losses, I entered at the equal low. When I saw the momentum, I just spammed by. I think I bought like 3 minis, and I was able to recoup my loss. I was hoping it would have been like a rally that just went, because I was trying to take profit like 5,000. Like it was up here at the resistance zone, but it got to like 1,800, 1,700, and I cut it off. I'm like, you know what? I'll take a break even any day. And yeah, then market just basically chopped around, I think, and that's where I cut it off. I'm like, you know what? I'm done for the day, guys. I was happy with that.
And for some reason, that's why I call it Freaky Friday, man. I would say 65, 75% of my fucking blown accounts have been on a Friday.
Word. I mean, think about it like
Yeah,
this, right? Think about it like this. You perform really well throughout the whole week. Why do you need to overperform on a Friday? Why you have to
true.
risk? Why you have to risk the same amount of risk that you take on a normal day on a Friday? When Friday should
I
always
think
be gravy on the gravy on top, you know?
I think for some reason Fridays has been as in the past it's been more of a harder market to read for me. I think that's my was my main problem. It's not so much that it's Friday. For some reason, it's always been harder to read.
I think every day is hard to read. It's not just a Friday thing because Fridays usually have had a good move in my opinion. But if you notice, look at this,
Mhm.
look at this. Notice how I go from like I didn't obviously trade Monday because I passed the account in 2 days. But notice how I made a lot of trades on the first day that I got the funded account, and then little by little it became consistent where I was like, okay, $1,000, $1,000, okay, cool. And when I saw $400, I was like, by the way, I was in this position and I could have made a lot of money. It was like a pre-market session. I was like at 6 a.m. in the morning. It was longs. But when I saw the pump, I know that those pumps usually have a retracement, and I moved my stop loss into profit and it stopped me out, and then it ran without me. That's my problem. One of the problems that I do have is that I move my stop loss a little too early. So sometimes
Yeah,
I don't see I don't see the whole move. Sometimes because of like me wanting to secure green, I get myself out. It is what
right,
it is.
right.
It is what it is. But yeah, Fridays should always be like you're walking on those eggshells, like I always say, and you're just trying to get something, and you get out. Like even if it's $100,
Yeah,
$200, once you see it stalls, you better get the hell out. It's better
A
like
little
that.
gravy on top of the potato.
Just
Yeah.
gravy on top. That's all it is. Yo, Ambition, any questions, bro?
Nah, no questions, man.
What you got out of this stream today?
Man, to be aware of your, I got a lot to be honest, but it was a great session overall. I feel like what homeboy said earlier, like just be aware of your feelings, and the devil tends to attack us, man. If you're a believer, and when you feel that anxious feeling, and you got thoughts in your head like weird, just sometimes it's from the devil, man. And yeah, just be aware of what you're doing. Know what days you're trading. There's specific times where you should trade, and there's times where you should just chill and relax, man. If you made some bread during the week, hold it down, man. If you didn't, if you end up in the red, just hold it down too.
That's right.
To, to the chin, bro, and just chill until the next day, or next week. Analyze what
Read-
you did, your mistakes, journal. Yeah.
Good pointers. What about you,
Do
Red?
y'all mess with Asia also, or do y'all not trade Asia?
I trade everything, Red. I trade everything. I trade at 4 a.m. in the morning when you guys are like asleep. I'm trading 4 a.m. I'm trading 5 a.m. I'm trading anything.
Where
That, that's where them goddamn energy drinks are coming from, huh?
That's where the energies are. I power nap throughout the day. I don't know if you've noticed. Sometimes I say, guys, I'm gonna go take a nap. After I finish trading, sometimes I go take a nap. I wake up, go fish, or sometimes I go fish right away, come back, take a nap, and then I'll be awake like at 7 or 8, and I repeat the whole process all over. Like I'll sleep, sleep, go out, sleep. So it's like I'm power napping 3, 4 hours throughout the whole day. You know, so it's not because I'm ambitious to be in the market, but it's because I've been single for a year now, right? I don't know if you know that, but I've been single for a year. I know I'm no longer home with like my girls, my daughters. I have two beautiful daughters, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. And sometimes I want to like learn to be by myself in different ways where it's not distracting the pain, but it's more like I'm learning to love myself first. I'm learning to live life a little bit. I'm learning to be present in situations that I should be present in. And yeah, that's basically what I've been going through. Like, and it's what like Jimmy was telling me, like there's something that obviously causes me to have fear, or something that causes me to like have these backtracks where the enemy is gonna throw darts at me. And a lot of it, believe it or not, comes from the mother of my kids. um and at the end of the day, I'm still struggling with the battle of like everything that has happened. But I finally had my breakthrough of like being in a victim mentality where now I reflect on what I'm doing better, how I can become better, what I could do different for a future relationship if I ever have one in the future, and more importantly, being present for my kids, man. Because my kids are my priority. Like everything I'm doing today, Red, is everything I wanted to do for them when I was starting 2 years ago. So it's one of those things
Right, right.
where I wanted to give my family the life that I'm living now. Just because you guys see me alone all the time is not because I don't care about my kids. It's because it's difficult to get my kids from the mother of my kids. Sometimes it's really hard for me to be able to like to get them, because if I get them, then she's on top of me. She's like, I don't know. It's a whole jizz, man. It's hard. It's hard. Um, but once I get through the divorce process and everything gets done, I can basically get my 50% custody and live my life for my girls, man, the way I should.
Yeah, I mean, God is just allowing you to see something, brother. Sometimes you have to take the bitter with the sweet. Once you're able to do that and understand you're getting set up to become something better, because it's true. What don't kill you definitely makes you stronger. The main thing is letting your, long as your daughters know that you love them and y'all have a good bond and a good relationship. As they get older, they're gonna realize, and then they're gonna see who and what the problem is. Once they're able to think for themselves, they're gonna be like, trust and believe. They're gonna be like, hey, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. I'm gonna live with my dad. Because if she was supposed to love you and she's treating you like this and doing all this type of shit, she's gonna do the same thing to them. And once they're able to see, because right now it's all good. They're kids,
Right.
so they don't know too much of nothing. They don't realize too much of nothing. So they just gonna love her. they're gonna love you unconditionally. But later on, as they get older, they're gonna have them same battles because whatever is wrong with her or her faults, we all have faults.
Correct.
So whatever her faults are, they're gonna see it and trust and believe. Your winning day is gonna come and say your winning day is gonna be when they ask you that dad, hey dad, can I come live with you? Watch what I tell you.
Man, I'm literally working my ass off hard to be able to have everything that I need to make sure that they come for me. Like they come for me, and when they come for me, I'm ready to give them everything they need. Not money, not
You
materialistic things, not surprises, not gifts. It's all about my time, my freedom for them, my time to be available and present at every moment that they want. So I was a stay-home dad when I was learning how to trade. I was a stay-home dad when I was learning how to trade. You guys, like
Mhm.
I was here, I was here basically talking to every single one of you guys, and I was basically with my kid on my lap and everything. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And now I don't have my daughters like I used to. That breaks my heart a lot of times. But I'm
uh,
strong and everything's gonna be better. I know it'll get better.
of course, the greatest thing that you got going is you're young, they're young, so time is on both of you guys' side.
That's right. I'm only 32. I'm only 32
Right.
years old, bro. This is only the beginning of life, bro. This is crazy.
Uh, I
This
give you everything. I mean, everything I got. Just give me the 32. Give me your age.
that's crazy.
Shit,
That's crazy. You don't get.
man. You
That's the
you
only
you
thing you
you're
don't get
gonna be
back.
you're gonna be all right, bro. You're
Yeah,
gonna be all right.
we're gonna be all right for sure. Hey, but I appreciate you guys letting me open up on that, and man, I'm really happy Jimmy came in and spoke those words. I think I really needed to hear that.
Yeah, he came in and hit a fucking home run and left the building.
He had me over here tearing up. I know you guys can't probably see that, but yeah, I was tearing out like this motherfucker got me.
I saw three tears.
That's what's up. Yeah, I felt that too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like
So,
he
but
said, it was God talking to him. It wasn't him.
it was definitely God, man, and he came in at the right time. He came in at the right time. That's crazy.
Nah, but
What's
I
your
gotta work tomorrow, man. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, most likely.
Dale, guys. I'll
Yeah, have
probably do another session in the evening if I'm available, and I'll be able to do like another 1 hour where we just keep talking about psychology or mindset or something different. Anything you guys want to see, or we'll go over the Magnificent Seven so you guys can understand how I'm looking at the Magnificent Seven. All right.
top.
definite
Well, guys, have a
for
good night.
sure,
Thank you guys for spending time with me this evening. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see each other tomorrow. All right.
for sure, for sure. All right, my brothers.
Take care, guys.